Hello folks, my name's David Edgar, I'm the host of Heart and Hand, the Rangers podcast, and I'm joining you tonight to discuss Rangers' 6-0 victory over St Joseph's of Gibraltar, which puts us through to the second qualifying round of the Europa League. Don't be fooled with the scoreline, this was quite a tight match. No, I can't do it, it wasn't. It was a saunter for Rangers on a lovely night at Ibrox. An amazing crowd, there must have been 45,000 there tonight, absolutely incredible. I think sometimes we take for granted just how big Rangers are, but that was an astounding crowd to get for what was essentially a dead rubber after the first leg last week. I mean, a 4-0 victory, we were never going to be in any trouble tonight, and so it proved. It meant the manager could make a few changes. We saw guys like Polster, Halliday, a midfield of Kamara, Doherty and Arabo, and up front we saw Jake Hastie and Greg Stewart alongside Alfredo Morelos, who was the main man tonight with a splendid hat-trick. We got off to the perfect start. Joe Arabo getting his first goal for Rangers. It will not be his last. What a classy player he is. He's just that wee half second ahead in his brain of other players. Everything he does looks smooth, and he just plays on instinct. He's so good at winning the ball and then starting something and driving on. A best description of him I can think of is he's like Ovie Ejaria with end product. And clearly he's the type of player the manager's been looking for. He really looks a splendid player, although it's early days and let's be honest, we're not up against the top opposition yet. But he took his goal well, found himself on the edge of the 6-yard box, slightly to the right of goal, spun and hit it across goal into the bottom corner for 1-0 after 2 minutes. Rangers relaxed. In the first half there was a bit of a lull. Didn't really end until the last 10 minutes of the half, possibly fearing a bollocking from the gaffer when they stepped up. That's not to say we didn't make so many chances. Hastie and Doherty should absolutely have scored. I don't know how they managed not to. Stewart should have scored. But Rangers did get one from a very well worked corner. Ball played into the near post, low, deliberately so, and there was Connor Goldson. He flicked it back. And bulleting in at the back post was Alfredo Morelos to head over the line for 2-0. The crowd hadn't really got antsy or moany tonight. They were just enjoying it. And I think after last week had learned that in the second half we would just come out and run over the top of St Joseph's, and that's what we did. Got a third with a penalty. About bloody time this season we had a penalty. I wasn't sure it was one, but I did think that the one afterwards was a stonewaller, which got denied. Clearly a sympathy vote by the ref. But Alfredo Morelos stepped up. His first penalty for Rangers, and he looked pretty composed as he smashed it past the keeper. He was saving his best for last, just before he was substituted, and I think everyone in Ibrox was thinking, dear God, Stevie, don't substitute him before he gets his hat-trick. You never know what kind of mood that'll put him in, but what a goal it was. An excellent ball over from Greg Doherty, and up he leapt to, very similar to his goal against Hearts last season, a backheel flick into the net. Tremendous instinct to finish. He was replaced by Jermaine Defoe, and Jermaine Defoe didn't take long to get in the act himself. A really superb goal. Across from Matt Polster was deflected to him. He didn't have time to react, but somehow did, and managed to steer it into the net. Jermaine Defoe's such a good finisher. He just does things on instinct that other players wouldn't even think to do, and he got his goal. Rangers would go in and get a 6, and it was Jermaine Defoe who got it. A really nice team move involving him, Arfield, a lovely touch by Greg Stewart to put him through. He was 1-on-1 with the keeper, and only one way that was finishing. So what did we learn tonight? Well, not a lot, except that the strength and depth that Rangers fans feel that we've got did look to be on display tonight. You saw that with the number of players who were getting games and coming in and challenging for a place. I think, young Hastie looks quite raw. You can see that. Greg Stewart, you could see his intelligence in some of his plays. Well, I thought Doherty was excellent in midfield. Polster did some nice crosses. Andy Halliday I thought was superb. If it hadn't been for Alfredo Morelos, he would have been my man of the match. And of course, being able to bring on Jermaine Defoe and get goals is superb. So on to the next round, where we will take on Progress Niederkorn, our old foes. And I don't think anybody needs to be reminded of what happens when you take a side lightly. We'll be out for revenge. I'm just pleased because a lot of my friends have booked flights to Luxembourg, and then when Cork made that comeback, it looked as though it would all be for naught, but they did manage to get the result. And look, this Rangers team will battle them if the attitude is right, and given the current management team, I don't think that will be a problem. The only other news coming out of tonight is Daniel Candeias, who has asked to be allowed to speak to a club in Turkey. Stephen Gerrard says the club wants to keep him, but he's going. Look, at the end of the day, it's security for these guys. He's, 32? He's in the last year of his deal at Rangers. unless the club are going to offer him a new deal, of course he's got to look for the longer term deal, and I understand that. Wouldn't be a guy I'd be chasing out the door, but equally nor would he be a guy I think would be playing 50 or 60 games this season for us, so especially if Ryan Kent comes back, so it probably does make sense. But if he does go, he'll go with a lot of fondness. I think a lot of people had time for Daniel Candeias, but a good win. Can't wait for next Thursday. We're at home first for those of you who are wanting to get to the game, and a little bit of a revenge mission. Hopefully, let's put them in their place. And if you'll spare me this awful pun, manager progress against progress. Thank you very, very much. If you want to hear more from me, then come to Heart and Hand the Rangers podcast on Patreon. That's patreon.com/Heart and Hand, where you'll get up to 5 new shows every single day on all manner of Rangers things, history, current events, quizzes, you name it, it's there. But we also have shows on loads of other football, loads of historical football stuff. It is a football fans, and loads of non-football stuff as well. I think you'll enjoy it. It's just $1.99 per month, so patreon.com/Heart and Hand. Thank you very, very much for listening to me tonight, and I'll be back on Thursday of next week after we take on Progress. Hopefully a wee bit happier than the last time I did one of these videos for a Progress Niederkorn match. Anyway, thanks for listening. Bye.